Good morning / afternoon / evening, everyone. Tonight, I want to talk about something many of us don't think about enough: what we eat before bed and how it can seriously undermine our muscle growth and the quality of our sleep. We all know that muscle growth isn't just about what we do in the gym. It happens when we rest. Sleep is the time when your body repairs and builds muscle tissue, primarily through the release of growth hormone. But here's the catch. The foods you choose to eat right before bed can either support this process or block it entirely. First, let's talk about sleep quality. Certain foods, especially those high in sugar, caffeine, or heavy fats, can disrupt your natural sleep cycle. They cause your body to wake up more often, preventing you from entering the deep, restorative stages of sleep that are crucial for recovery. Imagine running on a sleep cycle that's constantly interrupted. Your body simply can't do its job properly. Next, insulin plays a huge role. When you eat carbs or sugary foods late at night, your insulin spikes. This spike interferes with your body's natural secretion of growth hormone, effectively blocking muscle repair and growth. In other words, eating the wrong foods before bed can literally sabotage the gains you've worked so hard to achieve. Additionally, eating heavy or difficult to digest foods creates digestive stress. This discomfort makes it harder for you to fall asleep. Your body is busy digesting instead of focusing on repairing your muscles. Now, why should we care about muscle growth beyond just aesthetics? Muscle isn't just for looks. It supports your metabolism, helps prevent injury, and improves overall health. Blocking muscle growth is like holding back your body's ability to perform and heal itself optimally. So, what's the solution? Before bed, aim for light, easily digestible foods that support recovery without causing insulin spikes or digestive discomfort. Think small portions of protein, healthy fats, and avoid stimulants or sugary carbs. Your body will thank you with better sleep and stronger muscle growth. In summary, be mindful of what you eat before bed. It's not just about avoiding midnight snacking. It's about optimizing your body's natural repair processes so you can wake up stronger, healthier, and ready to take on the day. Sleep is often underestimated when it comes to muscle recovery and growth, yet it plays one of the most critical roles in the entire process. When you work out, you create microscopic tears in your muscle fibers. These tears are not a sign of damage, but rather an opportunity, your body's chance to repair itself, adapt, and grow stronger. However, this repair process doesn't happen while you're lifting weights or exercising. It primarily takes place during sleep. During deep sleep stages, the body ramps up production of growth hormone, a key player in muscle repair and hypertrophy. Growth hormone stimulates protein synthesis, which is essential for rebuilding muscle tissue. Without sufficient sleep, the release of this hormone is significantly reduced, limiting your body's ability to heal and grow. This means that no matter how hard you train, if you don't prioritize sleep, your gains will be stunted. But it's not just growth hormone that makes sleep so vital. Sleep is also when your body balances other important hormones that influence muscle growth, such as testosterone and cortisol. Testosterone promotes muscle protein synthesis and overall muscle strength, while cortisol, a stress hormone, can break down muscle tissue if elevated for too long. Adequate sleep keeps these hormones in balance, creating an environment conducive to muscle repair and growth. Another critical function of sleep is its role in restoring energy. During your workout, your muscles use stored energy in the form of glycogen. Sleep helps replenish these glycogen stores, ensuring you have enough fuel for your next training session. Without proper sleep, your performance suffers, which in turn can impair your ability to stimulate muscle growth through exercise. Moreover, sleep helps to reduce inflammation caused by intense training. Inflammation is a natural response to muscle stress, but if it persists, it can hinder recovery and increase the risk of injury. Quality sleep facilitates the release of anti-inflammatory molecules and supports immune system function, both of which contribute to quicker recovery times. Beyond the physical benefits, sleep also supports mental recovery. Training not only stresses your muscles, but also your nervous system and cognitive function. Deep, restful sleep helps your brain consolidate motor skills and learning related to your workouts, improving coordination and technique. This means sleep is essential not just for physical muscle growth, but for becoming a better athlete overall. It's important to note that the quality of sleep matters just as much as the quantity. Interrupted or poor quality sleep can blunt growth hormone release and disrupt the hormonal balance necessary for muscle growth. This is why lifestyle choices such as avoiding stimulants late in the day, managing stress, and maintaining a consistent sleep schedule are crucial for optimizing recovery. In essence, sleep is the foundation upon which muscle growth is built. You can lift weights, eat well, and supplement as much as you want, but without prioritizing deep, restorative sleep, your body won't be able to fully capitalize on those efforts. For anyone serious about building muscle and improving physical performance, understanding and respecting the role of sleep is non-negotiable. So next time you think about your fitness routine, remember that muscle growth isn't just about what happens in the gym or on your plate. It's largely about what happens when you're asleep. Prioritize your sleep as much as your training, and you'll see the difference not just in muscle size, but in overall health, recovery, and performance. What we eat before bed can have a profound impact on the quality of our sleep, and by extension, our overall health and muscle recovery. Not all foods affect our sleep the same way. Some can enhance it, while others can disrupt the delicate processes that happen during the night. Understanding how certain foods influence sleep quality is crucial for anyone aiming to optimize their rest and recovery. One of the main culprits that negatively affects sleep is sugar. Consuming sugary foods or drinks before bed causes a rapid spike in blood glucose levels, which triggers an insulin response to bring blood sugar back down. This sudden fluctuation can interfere with the body's ability to fall asleep smoothly and stay asleep throughout the night. Additionally, high sugar intake is linked to increased nighttime awakenings and lighter sleep stages, reducing the amount of deep, restorative sleep we get. This is problematic because deep sleep is when the body releases growth hormone, repairs muscle tissue, and consolidates memory and learning. Caffeine is another well-known disruptor of sleep. It is a stimulant that blocks adenosine receptors in the brain, which normally help signal that it's time to sleep. Even if consumed many hours before bedtime, caffeine can linger in the body and reduce total sleep time, delay the onset of sleep, and decrease deep sleep stages. This effect can be subtle, making it easy for people to underestimate how much their evening caffeine intake is harming their sleep quality. For anyone focused on muscle growth and recovery, avoiding caffeine in the afternoon and evening is critical. Heavy or fatty foods are also problematic before bed. These foods require more time and energy to digest, meaning the body is actively working to break down food when it should be focused on resting and repairing itself. Eating large fatty meals late at night can lead to discomfort, indigestion, acid reflux, and even disrupted breathing patterns during sleep. All of these factors fragment sleep and reduce its quality, cutting short the crucial phases of muscle recovery. Spicy foods, while enjoyed by many, can also interfere with sleep when consumed too close to bedtime. They can increase body temperature and cause heartburn or indigestion, both of which make falling asleep and staying asleep more difficult. Even mild gastrointestinal discomfort is enough to pull someone out of deep sleep stages and lead to more frequent awakenings. On the other hand, some foods promote better sleep by helping the body relax and regulate its sleep cycle. Foods rich in magnesium, such as leafy greens, nuts, and seeds, have been shown to improve sleep quality by calming the nervous system and helping muscles relax. Additionally, tryptophan and serotonin foods like turkey, dairy, and certain seeds support the production of serotonin and melatonin, key neurotransmitters involved in sleep regulation. These foods, when eaten in appropriate portions before bed, can encourage faster sleep onset and deeper, more restorative sleep stages. Hydration is another important factor. Drinking too much water right before bed can lead to awakenings to urinate, disrupting the sleep cycle. On the flip side, mild dehydration can cause restlessness and difficulty falling asleep. Striking a balance in fluid intake and avoiding excessive drinking close to bedtime helps maintain uninterrupted sleep. In summary, the foods you choose before bed either set you up for a night of deep restorative sleep or disrupt the processes that allow your body to recover and grow muscle. Sugar, caffeine, heavy fats, and spicy foods are best avoided in the hours leading up to sleep. Instead, focus on light, nutrient-dense options that support relaxation and muscle recovery. By being mindful of your evening nutrition, you can improve not only the quality of your sleep, but also your overall health and performance. Sleep, after all, is the foundation of recovery, and what you eat before bed can either build that foundation strong or weaken it significantly. Insulin is often thought of simply as the hormone that controls blood sugar, but its role in muscle growth is far more complex and significant. Insulin is a powerful anabolic hormone, meaning it helps build and repair tissues, including muscle. However, the timing of insulin release in relation to your meals, and especially before sleep, can profoundly impact how effectively your body builds muscle. Understanding this timing is crucial for optimizing muscle growth and overall recovery. When you eat carbohydrates, your blood sugar rises, prompting the pancreas to release insulin. Insulin's primary role is to help shuttle glucose from the bloodstream into cells, providing energy. But insulin does more than just regulate blood sugar. It also promotes the uptake of amino acids into muscle cells and stimulates protein synthesis, which is the process of building new muscle proteins. In this way, insulin acts as a key signal that tells your body to move from breaking down muscle to building it back up. However, insulin release doesn't occur in isolation. It interacts closely with other hormones, most notably growth hormone and cortisol, which follow natural daily rhythms tied to your sleep-wake cycle. Growth hormone, which peaks during deep sleep, is essential for muscle repair and growth, while cortisol is a stress hormone that, when elevated, can break down muscle tissue. Here's where timing becomes critical. Consuming high glycemic carbohydrates or sugary foods right before bed causes a spike in insulin levels at a time when your body should be naturally producing growth hormone to repair muscles. Elevated insulin levels can suppress growth hormone secretion because the body's hormonal signals work in opposition. When insulin is high, growth hormone release is inhibited. This means that eating the wrong foods late at night effectively blocks one of the most important hormones for muscle growth and recovery. Moreover, insulin's role in muscle growth is most effective when paired with physical activity, particularly resistance training, After a workout, your muscles are more sensitive to insulin, which means they can absorb nutrients like glucose and amino acids more efficiently to begin repair and growth. Consuming carbohydrates and protein shortly after exercise can take advantage of this window, enhancing muscle protein synthesis. However, outside this window, especially late at night, excess insulin from food can work against your natural recovery cycles. It's also important to consider that insulin promotes fat storage when calories are in excess and energy needs are low. Eating large amounts of carbohydrates before bed, when your activity level drops and your metabolism slows, can lead to unwanted fat gain. This not only affects body composition, but can also indirectly impact muscle growth by altering hormonal balance and insulin sensitivity over time. The takeaway here is that it's not just what you eat, but when you eat that matters. To optimize muscle growth, focus on consuming carbohydrates and proteins during the day, and especially around workouts when insulin sensitivity is at its peak. Avoid large spikes in insulin at night by limiting sugary or high-carb foods close to bedtime. Instead, if you need a snack, opt for something that won't disrupt your hormonal balance, like a moderate amount of protein or healthy fats. By aligning your nutrition with your body's natural hormonal rhythms, you create an environment that supports muscle repair and growth rather than one that blocks it. Understanding insulin's timing and effects can be a game changer for anyone serious about maximizing their fitness results and overall health. It's a powerful reminder that muscle growth is not just about effort in the gym. It's about smart nutrition and respecting your body's natural cycles. The digestive process is something most of us take for granted, especially when it comes to how it affects our sleep. Yet, the burden placed on the digestive system by the foods we eat before bed can have a significant impact on both the quality and duration of our sleep. When digestion is working overtime, the body is forced to focus energy on breaking down food rather than fully committing to the restorative processes that occur during sleep. This shift in priority can interfere with deep sleep stages that are critical for muscle recovery and overall health. When we eat a large or heavy meal right before going to bed, our digestive system has to work harder and longer to process the food. Foods high in fat, protein, or fiber generally take more time to digest compared to simple carbohydrates. This prolonged digestion can cause discomfort such as bloating, gas, or acid reflux, all of which can disrupt our ability to fall asleep or maintain uninterrupted sleep throughout the night. Imagine trying to rest peacefully while your stomach feels full or irritated. This discomfort naturally leads to tossing and turning, waking up multiple times, or even insomnia. The body's autonomic nervous system, which controls involuntary functions like digestion and heart rate, operates in two modes: sympathetic, parasympathetic, rest and digest. For optimal sleep, the parasympathetic nervous system needs to be dominant. However, heavy digestion activates the sympathetic nervous system because it requires increased blood flow and energy to the stomach and intestines. This activation is counterproductive to falling asleep and staying in the deep stages of restorative sleep, as it keeps the body more alert than it should be at night. Furthermore, acid reflux, or gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, is common in those who eat close to bedtime, especially meals that are spicy, fatty, or acidic. Lying down with a full stomach can cause stomach acid to flow back into the esophagus, causing discomfort and a burning sensation. This not only interrupts sleep, but can also increase the risk of more serious conditions if it becomes chronic. Sleep interruptions caused by reflux mean you spend less time in the slow wave sleep stage, which is vital for muscle repair and growth hormone secretion. Additionally, the quality of sleep is compromised when the digestive system is overworked. Instead of entering the deep REM and slow wave sleep cycles, the body may remain stuck in lighter sleep stages. These lighter stages are less restorative and do not provide the same benefits for mental and physical recovery. Over time, chronic poor sleep caused by digestive burden can lead to fatigue, reduced cognitive function, impaired immune response, and slower muscle recovery. It's important to recognize that digestion is a high-energy process. The body diverts blood flow to the stomach and intestines to optimize nutrient absorption and breakdown of food. When digestion is active during sleep, less blood flow and energy are available for muscles to repair and for the brain to cycle through essential sleep stages. This competition for resources results in less effective recovery and overall poorer health outcomes. To minimize digestive burden at night, it's best to avoid large, heavy meals within 2 to 3 hours of bedtime. Opting for lighter, easily digestible foods helps reduce the workload on your digestive system, allowing your body to shift smoothly into a restorative state. Smaller portions, lower fat content, and avoiding spicy or acidic foods can help prevent discomfort and acid reflux. In summary, the digestive burden before bed plays a critical role in determining the quality of your sleep. Heavy or hard to digest foods force your body to focus on digestion when it should be focused on rest and recovery. This can lead to discomfort, disrupted sleep cycles, and ultimately hinder muscle growth and overall health. Being mindful of what and when you eat before bed is a simple yet powerful way to enhance sleep quality and support your body's natural healing processes. Muscle growth is often thought of primarily in terms of appearance, bigger muscles, a more toned physique, or enhanced athletic performance. While these are certainly important and motivating reasons for many, the significance of muscle growth extends far beyond aesthetics. In fact, muscle health is fundamental to overall well-being, longevity, and quality of life. Understanding why blocking muscle growth matters beyond how you look can change the way you approach fitness, nutrition, and recovery. First and foremost, muscle mass plays a crucial role in maintaining metabolic health. Muscle tissue is metabolically active, meaning it burns calories even at rest. The more muscle you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate. This is important because a healthy metabolism supports weight management, energy levels, and hormonal balance. When muscle growth is blocked, whether due to poor sleep, bad nutrition, or other lifestyle factors, it can lead to muscle loss or stagnation, which in turn slows metabolism. A slower metabolism can increase the risk of weight gain, insulin resistance, and metabolic diseases such as type 2 diabetes. Beyond metabolism, muscle strength and mass are essential for functional health. This means the ability to perform everyday activities like lifting groceries, climbing stairs, or even maintaining balance to prevent fall. As we age, muscle mass naturally declines, a condition known as sarcopenia. This decline is a major contributor to frailty, reduced mobility, and loss of independence in older adults. Blocking muscle growth or failing to maintain muscle health accelerates this process, making it harder to recover from injuries and illnesses and increasing the risk of disability. Muscle also serves a protective role for bones and joints. Strong muscles help stabilize joints and absorb impact, reducing the wear and tear that can lead to arthritis and other musculoskeletal problems. Without adequate muscle support, joints become more vulnerable to injury and chronic pain. In this way, muscle health is intimately tied to overall skeletal health and long-term mobility. Now, another important aspect often overlooked is the role of muscle in supporting cardiovascular and respiratory health. Regular resistance training and muscle growth improve circulation, enhance lung function, and promote better oxygen utilization. This means your heart and lungs work more efficiently, which benefits not only athletic performance, but daily energy levels and endurance. When muscle growth is blocked, you miss out on these systemic health benefits. Mental health is also connected to muscle growth and physical fitness. Exercise stimulates the release of endorphins and other neurotransmitters that improve mood and reduce anxiety and depression. Achieving muscle growth through consistent training and recovery can boost self-confidence and foster a sense of accomplishment. Conversely, poor recovery and blocked muscle growth can lead to frustration, decreased motivation, and negative mental health outcome. Finally, muscle growth is essential for optimal recovery from injuries and surgeries. Muscle tissue helps repair damaged areas and supports the healing process. If muscle growth is compromised, recovery times lengthen and the risk of complications increases. In conclusion, muscle growth is not just about aesthetics. It is a cornerstone of overall health, longevity, and quality of life. Blocking muscle growth impacts metabolism, functional ability, bone and joint health, cardiovascular fitness, mental well-being, and injury recovery. Recognizing this broad importance emphasizes why we must prioritize not only training, but also proper nutrition, sleep, and recovery strategies that support muscle growth. Holistic approach ensures we're building more than just muscle. We're building a foundation for lifelong health and resilience. When it comes to optimizing muscle growth and sleep quality, what you eat before bed can make a significant difference. The goal is to nourish your body in a way that supports recovery without disrupting your natural sleep cycles or hormonal balance. Fortunately, there are practical alternatives and simple nutrition hacks that can help you achieve this balance, ensuring you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to perform. One of the best strategies is to focus on consuming light, easily digestible foods that provide the right nutrients without overloading your digestive system. Protein is especially important before bed because it supplies your muscles with amino acids needed for repair and growth overnight. A moderate serving of casein protein found naturally in dairy products like cottage cheese or Greek yogurt is ideal because it digests slowly, providing a steady release of amino acids throughout the night. This slow digestion helps sustain muscle protein synthesis during your fasting hours while you sleep. If you're not a fan of dairy, plant-based proteins like pea protein or a small serving of nuts and seeds can also be beneficial. Pairing protein with a small amount of healthy fats such as avocado or almond butter can help stabilize blood sugar levels and promote satiety without causing digestive discomfort. Healthy fats are also important for hormone production, including those involved in muscle growth and sleep regulation. Carbohydrates before bed should be chosen carefully. Complex carbohydrates with a low glycemic index, such as quinoa, sweet potatoes, or oatmeal, are better options if you need a carb source. These digest more slowly and don't cause a rapid insulin spike that could interfere with growth hormone secretion. Additionally, these carbs contain fiber and micronutrients that support overall health. However, keep portions small to avoid digestive burden and sleep disruption. Timing is just as important as what you eat. Ideally, finish your last substantial meal 2 to 3 hours before bedtime to give your digestive system time to process the food. If you find yourself hungry closer to bedtime, opt for a small snack rather than a large meal. This approach reduces the risk of discomfort and acid reflux, both of which can negatively affect sleep quality. Hydration also plays a key role in bedtime nutrition. Avoid drinking large amounts of fluids right before bed to prevent nighttime awakenings due to the need to urinate. Instead, hydrate steadily throughout the day and taper off in the evening. Herbal teas like chamomile or valerian root can be soothing and support relaxation without caffeine or other stimulants. Next thing to notice is that another practical hack is to avoid stimulants such as caffeine, nicotine, and certain medications at least 6 hours before bedtime. These substances interfere with your ability to fall asleep and reduce the amount of deep sleep you get, which is when most muscle recovery occurs. For those who want to maximize recovery and muscle growth, supplementing with specific nutrients can also help. Magnesium, for example, supports muscle relaxation and nervous system calmness, aiding sleep quality. A small magnesium supplement or magnesium-rich foods like spinach and pumpkin seeds before bed can be beneficial. Similarly, tart cherry juice has been shown to increase melatonin levels and improve sleep duration. Lastly, creating a consistent pre-sleep routine that includes mindful eating can enhance digestion and sleep. Eating slowly, chewing thoroughly, and avoiding distractions like screens while eating help your body process food efficiently and prepare for rest. In summary, optimizing bedtime nutrition is about balance and timing. Focus on light, protein-rich snacks with heavy fats and limited complex carbs. Avoid heavy or sugary foods. Stay hydrated earlier in the day and steer clear of stimulants. These practical alternatives and hacks not only support muscle growth, but also ensure your sleep remains deep and restorative. By aligning your nutrition with your body's natural rhythms, you set yourself up for success in recovery, performance, and overall health. In conclusion, the relationship between what you eat before bed and your muscle growth and sleep quality is far more significant than most people realize. Sleep is the cornerstone of recovery, enabling critical hormonal processes that repair and build muscle. However, consuming certain foods, especially those high in sugar, caffeine, or heavy fats, can disrupt this delicate balance by interfering with sleep quality and blocking key hormones like growth hormone. Insulin's timing plays a pivotal role, where spikes in blood sugar at night can undermine muscle repair and promote fat storage. Additionally, placing a heavy digestive burden on your body before sleep shifts energy away from recovery, leading to discomfort and fragmented rest. Importantly, muscle growth isn't just about appearance. It underpins metabolic health, functional strength, longevity, and overall well-being by adopting practical nutrition strategies, such as choosing slow digesting proteins, moderate healthy fats, and light, low glycemic carbs well before bedtime. You can support both muscle growth and restful sleep. Prioritizing the right foods at the right times, combined with mindful eating habits and avoiding stimulants, sets the stage for optimal recovery and performance. Ultimately, nourishing your body thoughtfully before bed is not just a small detail. It's a powerful lever to enhance your health, fitness, and life quality.